All right, so your warm-up should be complete. Let's go over some vocabulary for today. First off today, the objective is students will be able to combine like terms, use the distributive property. Okay, you learned this in 8th grade, so you should be able to do this. Okay, so vocabulary. Algebraic expressions, okay? That's where one or more numbers and a variable along with more arithmetic operations, okay? So it's just whenever you have a variable involved with the expression, okay? A constant, this constant here, is the regular number, the one that does not have a variable. So in this situation, 4x minus 2, the constant is that negative 2 at the end. That's what a constant is. A variable is a symbol used to represent a number. So it's the letters that are inside the expression. It's called a variable. Remember, they are representing some number. An exponent, it's that little number up here at the top that's called an exponent. So in this situation, the exponent is 6, which means 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. It's 4 6 times. A power is an expression like this, x to the nth. So 4 to the 6th is a power expression. A base is the bottom number here. That's called a base. So if you have 4 to the 6th power, the base is the 4. An equation is a mathematical sentence with an equal sign in it. If you ever see that equal sign, that means you're going to solve, okay? So this is 3x minus 2 equals 13. Inequalities, that's when you have less than, greater than, less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to instead of an equal sign. This still means you are solving. Evaluate is another fancy word to say solve or find the value of something. So if you're evaluating 2 to the 3rd power, it's 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. Order of operations, you should have learned this already. PEMDAS, parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, add, and subtract. Okay. Simplify means to take an expression here, find all the same family, so this 2 and this 8 are part of the same family because they both have x at the end. They have the same last name. Okay, so 2 plus 8 makes 10. And then these regular numbers who don't have anything at the end, they have the same last name. 4 minus 6 is that negative 2. That's how you simplify. Like terms are what I was talking about where they're the same family. They have the same end, okay? So 4x and 2x are like terms. This has ab squared c. This has ab squared c. They are like terms. Okay, so let's get to the worksheet today. First, I want to show you something. If you noticed, we don't have calculators today. There is a graphing calculator in Schoology right here. Go click on it because that's what you're going to need today, okay? Now, for our lesson, I'm going to do a couple of these examples with you, and you're going to do the rest of the worksheet. Be sure to show me your work. If you do not show work, you will not get credit. If you do not do the work yourself, you will not pass my test, okay? Your next test is October 20th, so be sure you do all the work yourself. So here is how we distribute, okay? What you're going to do is like Mario. This little 3 in the front wants to multiply, but he has to multiply by both things inside the parentheses. So like Mario, he's going to go to both, okay? So first 3 times x, there's an invisible 1 here in front of x. So 3 times x is just 3x, okay? So we did 3 times x, then 3 times 4 is 12. So we do plus 12. Okay, and that is your answer. The next one here, we're going to do 5 times n, which is what? 5n. And then we do 5 times negative 2, which is what? Negative 10. So minus 10. Okay? So now let's look at number 3. What's negative 6 times a? Negative 6a. And then negative 6 times 1? Negative 6. So we put a minus 6. Okay? So now we're going to scroll down a little bit. Number 4. What is negative 2 times r? Negative 2r. What is negative 2 times negative 7? Positive 14. Very good. Positive 14. Because a negative times a negative is a positive. Okay? What is 4 times 5g? 20g. Very good. 20g. What is 4 times 6? 24. So we put not just 24. Plus 24. Very good. Okay, number 6. What is 7 times 3y? 21. What? Y. And then what is 7 times negative 4? What is it? Negative 28. Very good. So we put minus 28. All right? So now we're going to move on to the next few. So number 7 and number 8. Okay, number 7. If there's just a negative in front, that's actually a way to say negative 1. But you don't have to write the 1. Notice we don't write 1s a lot. We kind of just leave them invisible. So if you ever see a negative like this, it's actually negative 1. So what would be negative 1 times 9x? Negative 9x. Very good. So what would be negative 1 times 10? What? Negative 10. Okay? So if you notice here, when a negative sign is in front, it just changes the sign of both terms. Okay? So right here, what's that negative times c? What's that going to do? Negative c. What about negative times negative 2? Positive 2. Very good. Okay, so if you're ever unsure, just pretend like this negative is a negative 1. Okay? So now I want to do a fraction example with you because I want you to see how that goes. So a fraction example, I'm going to do number 12. Okay, so number 12. What is 1/2 times 8y? Well, I want to show you how to type that in. Parentheses, 1/2, 1 over 2, close parentheses, times 8, 4. So this would be 4y. Okay, now we want to know what is 1/2 times 12. So we'll go back. 1 divided by 2, times 12. And that is 6. So it's going to be plus 6. Okay, so that's how you do fractions. Okay, now I'm going to do one more example with you, and then you're going to be able to do this on your own. Okay, so I'm going to do this top one up here, number 17. So there's 3 terms here. What do you think we're going to do? By, towards, and then, yes, you're going to multiply 5 times x, then 5 times y, then 5 times z. Like Mario, he's got to hop on all 3. So 5 times x is 5x. 5 times y is 5y. And 5 times z is 5z. Okay, so that is your answer. Okay, now I do want you to be aware that 5y could be written in the front, 5z could be written in the front. It's still the same answer as long as they all have the correct numbers. But in math, the proper way to do things, it's like having manners in math, is to always go in order of the alphabet. So x, y, and z. Okay. All right, so be sure to show me all your work or you won't get credit. Okay, come and bring it to me when you need me to check over it when you finish. And have fun. Remember, do it yourself so that you can do well on the test.